Hello, everybody. It is Easter Monday here, where I am. Yesterday was Sunday, Easter, and we are entering our third week of level 4 national emergency lockdown due to the pandemic, the COVID-19 virus infections that is currently spreading all over the world. My thoughts are with my friends in the US. I heard that the US is now the epicenter of the infection with the highest infection rate and death as well, in the world today. And given that the US is a huge country with a large population, um, you know, and given the socio-political dynamic there, sadly, I'm not surprised. Um, yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that. But my thoughts are with you. Um, Things have been interesting in New Zealand. We uh, have been staying in our bubble, and people have been kind and considerate to others. We've always have a good culture here of thinking of others, and not always. It's yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. But I'm not implying that other places aren't. But sometimes it's interesting in interesting times. Sometimes I think we can see that the what can be a weakness in some situation can be a strength, and vice versa. Of course, sometimes what is a strength of character um, can be a weakness in varying circumstances. And although I'm extremely worried about the economy, every businesses are gathering places such as restaurants, cafes, bookstores, cinemas, shops, everything have ceased operation, and I'm really worried about the economy. But I can't help but feel a sense of optimism and a sense of silver lining where um, life might be different after this, and it's going to be a struggle to recover, perhaps for some of us, but um, with the goodwill of the nation and of the people of New Zealand whose hashtag is not only stay home, save lives, but also be kind. With a prime minister who I didn't vote for her, by the way. Our ideology differs, but I respect her as a person. Um, I think I've seen a more effective political leader, but as a leader of the soul of the nation, so to speak, she's a brilliant one. And I admire her for being the leader who dare to utter the words "be kind" and not fear of being taken as frivolous. Um, so my husband, like many others, are grounded from his duties at work, and like many in his industry, that is, and he's on call currently at home. A lot of people are able to work from home. The nature of his work means that when he's at home, he's on call. I've always worked from home, and so for me, life hasn't really changed that much. However, I did just land a side gig working from home as well, but my time isn't going to be my own. So combining the two, and not having the privacy that I usually need to film, as well as potentially the time that I need to do so, I am not sure when I can upload next. However, for those of you who are here for my books, I would like to invite you to carry on our conversations in a channel called Two Mice on My Bookshelf, and I'll put a link down below. I have moved and copy all of the book videos I have here over there. So the book videos which you've initially found me through on here are still here. But for an optimal viewing experience, I want some continuity. So I have copied and moved. I have re-uploaded, rather, not copy. I have re-uploaded all of those book videos on Two Mice on a Bookshelf, or Two Mice on My Bookshelf. I don't know, I may change the name to A Bookshelf rather than My Bookshelf. We'll see. So my next video is going to go through the golden era of illustrators, as well as the translation story and series on the Arabian Nights, or the 1001 Nights. Now, I have a confession to make to you who are here for my books. I regret giving up on my 6 volumes Arabian Nights, or 1001 Nights Folio Society edition by Mathers, who I did say embellished a lot of these stories. And to be frank, if you look at the history of translation of manuscripts throughout the ages, it seems to me that translating not only words but cultures and various other things, especially in a time when oral tradition is at its height, embellishment is part of telling the story. And so in that sense, I feel that perhaps I might be a bit harsh in judging Mather's contribution to the 1001 Nights and Arabian Nights translation saga, or in itself part of the tales of the 1001 Nights and the Arabian Nights. So that taught me, or that made me think that what I would like to do also on Two Mice on my bookshelf is to go through my entire book collection. This is the first time in my life where I had to review my books in order to decide whether to keep them for the next 10 years or to give them up. I have never audited my book collection ever, and I have been collecting books since I was 8, and I'm 50 now, so it's a long time. And I think based on my experience with giving up the 6th volume of 1001 Nights, or the Arabian Nights by Folio Society, I feel that I think it may be useful for me to go through each of these books with you, and that will help me slow down and examine the books before I decide whether to keep or whether to axe them. So I might do that over there as well, along with Bookshelf Roulette, where I just pick whatever books are on the shelf and talk about them. Going through my books, deciding whether it stays or it goes, may be part of Bookshelf Roulette, I don't know. Beautiful books are going to carry on over there. 1001 Nights translation series for sure, as well as the Dulac illustrations by Edmund Dulac, by Kay Nielsen, by Arthur Rackham, old antique books, its reproductions and facsimiles, and the rest of it will continue over there. So I will see you there, and to my other viewers, I will see you back here sometime in the future. Please take care. I'll talk to you soon.